Hi everyone. Okay, today we're going to do something a little different. It's called eye yoga because I bet a lot of us have been sitting in front of our screens, whether that's the TV, the computer, one of our tablets, our phones. We have a lot more screen time right now, and I don't know if you're like me, but for me personally, my eyes get really tired, and I actually have to wear glasses because of screens causing my vision to go a little bit as I've been aging. So let's do a little eye yoga. I'm a little bit closer zoom so that we can kind of see what I'm doing with my eyes because we're going to be moving our eyes in some different directions. But this is something that you can do at any point. You can do it as a start of your yoga practice or to finish your yoga practice. Or if you just need like a 2 minute break, if you're working and you're just like, my eyes, take a 2 minute break. Do maybe one or all of these exercises just to give your eyes a little relief. Okay, so the first one we're going to start with, you're going to bring your hands together and you're going to rub until you start feeling some heat generating between your palms. This practice is called palming. You have to build some heat. So once you have a nice little heat building in your palms, you're just going to bring your palms over each eye and let it sit there for a minute, noticing the warmth that's been generated from your friction palm rubbing together on your eyes, feeling a little relaxation. You're shutting your eyes. So your eyes are closed when you're doing this. You're not, putting your palm directly in your eye. That's not good. But you're just closing your eyes and giving that heat a second just to kind of dig in and get a little relief for the muscles around your eye. I love that practice to start yoga. So sometimes you'll see me doing that and start a class. You'll just do a little rub and then hold. And it just gives your body a second to relax everything. You can do this while you're doing your deep breathing exercises to start class or again to end class if that feels comfortable for you. But it works really great. Super easy to do. You can do it anywhere too, which is nice. All right, the next one are some eye movement exercises. Excuse my drawings, but just so you kind of can see, we're going to be doing a few different eye movement exercises. We're going to start by just bringing our eyes up and down. If it's hard for you, because again, sometimes we're not used to these movements, same for any yoga pose. If it's hard for you, find a way to make it easier. So I have a pen right here that I can use, or you can use something like a pen or another object, even a sheet of paper, just to have your eye follow, or even your finger. You can just use your finger and move your finger along. So we're just going to start with up and down to begin. Ready? Looking up and then looking down. Up and down. Up and down. And down. Last one, up and down. And you want to do each movement about 5 times. Now let's go side to side. So one side and the other. And if you're using the pen or any other tool, you just move it where you want your vision to go and keep your eyes moving with that object. Awesome. Okay, so the next one we're going to do diagonal, so from one side to the other, and then we'll switch, so you kind of make an X, so up, and then switch. Okay, all right, next one is circle. So we're going to do circles both ways. All right, so just rolling. Doesn't have to be super intense. And switching directions. Awesome. All right. This one's a little bit easier than the circles. So if the circles felt hard, try a square. So we're just going to look up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over. One more. Over, down, over, and then up. Let's switch directions. So down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. Awesome. All right, last one. It's going to be kind of an infinity symbol. Some people, again, think of it more of a square or two triangles with the points touching. Whatever is easiest for you, just give it a whirl. So start in the middle and around and down. And then switching directions. All right. Awesome job, everyone. Those were a little tricky. Another exercise that you can do, this is also great if you have some allergies going on. I know we're kind of moving into pollen season up here in the Northeast, so if you have pollen already and you're feeling some allergies, this might be a great practice for you. It's called Kapalabhati breathing. We've done it a few times. There's actually a whole video on it that I've done for you. If you have questions, you can always check that out. But basically, what you're going to do is it's a sharp inhale and then a forceful exhale. And you're going to breathe through your nose as best you can. I like to place my hands on my stomach because it kind of helps push it out. All right, so let's give that a whirl. Again, questions, leave them in the comments. And you'll keep doing that for about 20 breaths. It's kind of hard to count, but if you can, count it out. And you can work your way up to about 100 breaths. Don't feel like you have to start there, though. That's a lot of breath work. So start small, 15 to 20, and then incrementally work up. But what that does is it helps oxygenate the system really quickly and move out any stale, stagnant energy, which oxygenation, even if you're breathing out, you're still getting some flow and movement in your sinus region, which surrounds your eye area, so that's good there. And then the last one I'm going to talk to you about, but I'm not actually going to demonstrate because it's a little tricky to watch. But it's a concentrated gaze. So what you do for that is you place an object. A lot of people like candles because you can actually have a little bit of movement so you can kind of follow the flame. But if you don't have candles or you don't personally use candles at home, that's okay. You don't have to do it. It could be a picture or even just like a lantern or a flower or something that you have in your home to stare at, a pen. You could use a pen. So basically what you do is you put that object about 2 feet pretty close to eye level in front of you. If you're sitting on the floor and again you're using a candle, just set it about 2 feet in front of you. You don't have to prop it up so it's at eye level. Just set it in front of you on a nice stable surface. But what you're going to do is you're going to stare at that object for as long as you can without blinking. That might be a few seconds, it might not be very long at all. But whenever you get the urge to blink, just try and hold out a little longer staring at that object. And when you can't anymore, then close your eyes for a second and just imagine whatever it is that you were looking at in front of you. So if you have a flame, for example, you can imagine it kind of swaying in your mind's eye in front of you, even though you don't physically see it. Something like that does help kind of work your eye muscles and train them to be a little bit stronger. It also kind of helps your eye brain connection, that connectivity zone. So it's a really great practice that you can try. Again, usually pretty easy. Don't feel like you have to use something that moves or a candle. You can use something stationary. That's okay too. But give all of those a try, or none of them, or one of them, whatever works best for you, and see how you like it. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.